Hi guys.
Welcome to another episode of Craft Kids TV. This time we're bringing it to you from the camper. So, Camper edition. What are we doing today, Maddie?
We're going to do a camper at a campsite, a flag sticking out, and a little minifig or mini Lego person waving.
So we're always looking for inspiration in different places, and the kids have been asking for a long time now to get the camper out. So we finally got the camper out. Our nice little pop-up. They love to sleep in it. They like to camp in the backyard sometimes, right, buddy? And so we're inspired by the camper. The kids want to draw a camper. It's also Memorial Day, so we want to get a flag incorporated somehow. And we love doing Legos in the camper.
At our backyard.
When we're in our backyard, we always bring Legos out to play with. And it's just the favorite thing to do after dinner, before bed. So we're going to do a little bit of that tonight, but that's where our inspiration is coming from. Get a flag incorporated somehow, and we love doing Legos in the camper.
Oh God, Odin!
Here we are in the camper, getting ready to draw pop-up campers. So basically in the center of the paper, pretty close to the center, we're gonna do a circle. We're gonna do them pretty small, because we want to have room for our entire camper. So that's how big we're gonna do our circles this time. Inside the circle, draw a circle. Okay, yep, good. Inside that circle, draw a dot. Now we're gonna do 4 triangles. The points of the triangles are all gonna point at the dot in the middle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just color those in. Okay, good job.
No.
Okay, cool. Now we'll do our knobbies later.
Okay.
And we'll color the tire in later. But right now we're gonna go like this. Right about kind of like in the middle of the top triangle right there. We're gonna pretend we're coming out through the tire. And we're gonna draw about like that. So you're gonna draw the line about as long as your pen cap. All right, now you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So pretend that line's going right straight through that tire, okay?
But a little line.
That's gonna be about the same as your pen cap. I need to go a little further. Okay? Yeah, good job. That's a good way to fix it, bud. Okay? Now, as I always tell the kids, there's no mistakes. We can always turn it into something else, fix it up to make it look better. Yep, good. So, now we're gonna do 2 angles. So we have an angle here, and then an angle in the back, okay? Now we're gonna take the next one and go straight up, just about like that.
I can do that. Do that?
Yeah. Perfect.
Do that?
Perfect. Good job. Now we're gonna connect the top. Okay? Connect that right across, just like that.
It looks like a put down camper right
It looks like a camper that's not popped up. Good. Now we're going to we're gonna put the front, what's called the part, I think it's called the tongue.
You hitched to a car.
Yep, the part you hitch to a car, and that's gonna come right out of here. And it's gonna go out about there, you know. Okay, and then you want to make it into a long, skinny, rectangle-ish looking thing. Okay. Now on the front of it, there should be a little thing that looks like this.
And it has to be a ball.
Well, we're not going to show the ball because the car's not attached to it, but we're going to show this little curved thing in the front. Can you make that little curved thing in the front?
Oh, when you hitch it to a car,
the little circle thing.
Oh, the little
That's correct.
like ball off of the car would go in.
Yes, yes. Now we have a few more things on the front here. We have to have the thing that comes down and touches the ground that holds up the camper. Let's start with that. So that is a little post here. Kind of looks like it. And we're going to put this on this side. And remember, we always put it on a little block. So I'm going to put a little block of wood right down there. Okay? And so it's like a T up here. And then it goes down through. And this little pole comes down and goes onto a block of wood. Can you try that?
Oh, that's
Cool.
wide.
Now we have to draw the handle coming out.
Oh, to crank the camper up.
Yep. So that comes out and it looks something like that.
I just can color in the hand of black. That's my duty.
Just color that in black, okay? Good job, Nance. Good job, Land.
What's it gonna be?
Okay.
The oxygen tank or on the T?
This is a propane tank
Uh,
right here. Okay, so. Whoa, look at that. Nice little tune. Okay, cool. So,
So just color this part in then?
yep, just color the top part in, and then we're gonna get onto the oxygen. Actually, let's do our ground. And the cool thing about ground is that the ground's not always level. So it doesn't have to be a straight line. In fact, we're camping, so it should be a little bit bumpy, actually. Just make sure the bottom of your wheel hits the ground, and this piece of wood is on the ground. And then
Yeah.
nothing else really matters.
I didn't hit it.
It's okay. What can we always do? We can always fix it. So your ground, do you mind if I draw on here?
Yeah, you did.
Your ground has little rocks right here. Okay?
Or dirt.
Yeah, dirt pile, rocks, whatever you want to call it. So yours is perfectly fine.
Oh, I'm gonna do dots in there so it's like dirt.
It's like dirt, yeah. Cool, bud. Oh wow, you're like really camping out in the rough area, huh? Make sure it touches the block of wood. Good. Okay, that's good. Good job. Good job. Good. Now you can just finish the ground off the edge of the table. Don't color on the table though. Okay. Now you guys ready for the next step? Tank of propane. Okay.
tank of propane.
Now the propane tank is almost like a rectangle with rounded corners. But it's, if you want it, let's break it down into little shapes, okay? The first little shape is a small rectangle down here. Okay?
Okay.
Small rectangle right here. Okay? And then is where we start our little
Tank.
rectangle with curved, like rounded
That's it up.
corners. Now, on the top of it, you also put a little small rectangular piece.
Just like a Lego head.
It does look remarkably similar to a Lego head.
It is actually a Lego head. It's like a giant Lego head on the part of your camper.
Yes. So let's draw the strap that holds the propane tank on, just so we don't lose it. So basically, you're going to draw a line across, and then an even thicker line right down the middle. That's just a big strap holding it on. Okay, can you do that? It's like a big T, actually.
Can you tell me where to start?
Connect those two dots, and then make a thick line down the middle. That almost looks like what our camper looks like when it's not popped up, but we have a popped up camper. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna draw this as a series of shapes, okay? When it's popped up, it's like a big rectangle. So follow along with me. We're gonna draw a big rectangle here. We're gonna go up about that high, and then we're gonna go up. Oops. See? There's always a way to fix things. I just messed up there, but it's not a big deal. Okay, we're gonna come across, and we're gonna do something like that.
Please hang up and try again.
Remember, we're not going for perfection. We're going for fun. We're just gonna have a lot of fun with this whole idea of camping. Okay? That's
It's
it.
like it still would have popped up.
Yeah.
It needs to be popped up.
Okay, now across the top. Don't worry about it. It's no problem. Across the top, there is a little rectangle, skinny, long rectangle up at the top there. So connect that dot and that dot. The fold out or the pull out beds This one in the back, I don't have enough room.
Me either.
I don't think you do either. You definitely don't. In the front, we should all be okay though. We should all be able to do our front. So let's do our front one first. So this is like a almost like a right triangle, but the end of it is like cut off. So
And
it's
a
not
left.
really a triangle at all, but
And
so
a left.
that's gonna come out to here. And I really am just bordering on enough room to make this happen. And then that's gonna go up. And then this is gonna come down. And it is gonna go off the page just slightly. Maybe I'll make it work. Okay, cool. So
To do that.
this is tricky. Landon, you'll bring this line all the way out to the right to the edge, okay? We're gonna have to get some cleaner on this. That's fine.
Okay, I have a page under it.
Good job. Now, let's do the back. Even though our backs, we're not gonna be able to fit our whole backs in there, but just draw your line right off to the edge of the paper. And then this diagonal line, do the same, just right off the edge of the paper here. Okay?
I can do that.
I love everyone's camper. Maddie, I'm worried that your camper's not in the frame here. I'm just worried that maybe it's not being recorded. I want to make sure it's recorded. Okay, cool. So now what we do, I think what we're going to do now is put the door. We're going to put the door in, and our camper door is on this side of the tire. So basically it's like a rectangle, but we're not going to touch the bottom. Okay? We're going to come down. We're going to come across, kind of round the corners.
Dad, you know what we got on the practice camper?
What's that?
We got the step.
Yes, we did. We can put the step on this one. For the door handle, we're gonna make it just nice and easy with a little rectangle just like that. And you could put a dot off to the side of it for the keyhole. We're gonna take this and we're gonna make the rest of our door go up with another rectangle.
Yay!
So all the way up. So it goes pretty close to the top. Pretty close to the top. And then you just connect those across.
Wow.
So the door frame would actually be like this then. If we're framing the door in, it would actually be like that.
Ooh, do you want the door frame?
Could do it or not. I guess Dad is too late. Dad did it already. And then the line going across is what Landon was talking about.
Can
Okay?
we color that line in?
You can do whatever you want, remember? It's your camper, you can do whatever you want. So you want to frame that door in. You want to frame it in or not?
Mm,
You don't have to.
yeah.
Okay. So go from there to that dot, across to that dot, down to that dot.
Oopsie daisies.
It's okay. Remember,
Did you make yours?
See, my
No.
side is on the other side.
no big deal.
Daddy,
Just
is
having
this
fun.
Okay?
Yep, it's fine. We're just
Because
having
you're
fun.
just touching the roof.
Yeah, mine's up. It's mistakes all over mine too, buddy. Okay, ready? We take now we're gonna do some of the windows, okay? We'll start down here on the end. These are super easy because they just mimic the outline of the whole sleeping area. So you just, it's like
Really
you're
just
it's like you're
copy.
framing it in, yeah. Just keep a little away from the edges and there you go. Okay, you want some dots? Dot, 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 dot. Connect all those dots, okay? All right, so here's a window in the main part of the camper. Again, it's just mimicking the bigger shape around it, which is just a rectangle. Cool. Everybody do that? Landon, ready? Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, we all. I was like,
Let's finish this end. Now remember, this is going off the screen or off the frame of our picture, so we want to make sure that we just carry those lines right to the edge of the paper. We don't want to connect with a black line, we just want to carry it right to the edge of the paper. now we have our camper, but we can now focus on details, okay? So our camper has a light here. It's a little exterior light, so when you step out, you can turn it on if you're at your campsite. That one has an orange cover on it, so we can put an orange cover on it later.
But the kids dented it again.
And it has another light on the other side, does it?
Yeah, and this one's not dented, but they brought it out.
Which color is this one? I don't remember this one. What color is it?
That one was orange. Like that
This
one.
one's orange too?
Yeah. All the lights on here were orange, like those sides, they had lights, but they were red.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's focus on some other details now.
So maybe like this backlight.
Yes, the backlight, which is another. These are all just rectangles, okay? But this rectangle, if we just make a tiny line through the end of that, that's what we'll color red, because that one's a brake light. That's the brake light. I know that there's also, wait for Landon to catch up, but there's also 2 electrical outlets that go that are right on the back here. I believe it's right there.
Yeah. That's
So
where
those
the hornet's
kind of
nest was.
look like that.
That's where
No, they were on the other side of the camper.
Why don't you show us how to do the
So-
curtains? Because you're a really good curtain drawer.
Matt, Dad,
Drawer.
Daddy, so do dot to dot like you did on the round curtain. Do dot to dot and I'll do triangles instead of round. That's the good way to do it.
So Landon is our expert curtain drawer. Madeline's really good at it too. Dad's the worst.
There.
Okay, now draw the line across to hold it back.
I didn't see that.
Yep, and then the bottom part of the strap. Awesome job. So I'm gonna try my best. Try to do better than I did last time.
Good job.
I think I did. I think I did pretty good.
You did better than me actually.
No, you did really good, buddy.
I think actually
Show Mads. It's a great curtain.
yours is kind of pointy on this bottom.
great.
So it's kind of like mine, but
then the
instead it's pointy up here.
Yep.
Like a straight down.
So I'll set you up with some lines over here, okay?
Yep.
And then you get going on that, and I'll get going on mine. Try to make it the same size, hopefully.
It's so
It's not a huge deal if it's not the same. If it's not exact.
Too skinny. Too skinny.
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's really good. Why don't you just, here, there's always a way to fix, dude. Yours are striped. Your little curtain ties are striped.
Yeah.
Done, okay? Now, this camper technically has a little small window here. Now I don't really have enough room, but I'm gonna make a little tiny, skinny, mini window. Because because I want to. You can if you want, you don't have to. It's up to you. Now, I think another thing that we're gonna do is we're going to put a sink in the stove in the window.
And we should draw that thing.
So you draw whatever you want, okay? I'm just gonna draw a sink and a stove.
I'm gonna draw the counter.
Cross, got that.
Counter.
Maddie
No,
showed me
actually-
how to draw a sink last week when we were talking about this. And there's my sink. And the stove is really just a little skinny rectangle. And then we're gonna put a pot on the stove. And Maddie's great idea was to show some steam coming out of it.
And
I'm gonna do a cereal bowl. Cause I want to.
And again, we can, when we get to the detail part, we can do whatever we want for our extra details, right? So we're coming along really well right now.
that was my best sink thing I ever did in my life.
Did a great sink. Good job, buddy.
It's the best thing I ever done.
Good job. That's the best one you've ever done? Have you done a lot of sinks in your time? Yeah?
Ooh, but they're not like this.
Not like
I've
that.
done them backwards.
Oh, okay, I see.
Kind of
All
looks
right.
like a stink diaper.
It does look like that same effect.
I kept trying buying a baby diaper.
Okay.
Ooh,
Another thing that we need to do is add a flag to this. So a Memorial Day edition.
Yeah,
we
that's
decided
today.
to do a flag. So we're gonna have to do a flag, but I want to do knobs on these tires as well. So just to make it really fun, kind of make it like an off-road camper. Just put little. How you do knobby tires? I've been doing them this way since I was like 8 years old. You just put little small rectangles on. Okay, so let's do our flag on the top and then we can get to the coloring phase. Okay?
Yeah.
Ready? I'm gonna do a flagpole straight up the top of my camper because we're gonna show it. We're gonna display our flag when we're camping.
Can you help me do that,
Sure.
Skinny?
So it comes out and then it scoops down and it goes off. So it's almost like a backwards S really. But so I'll help you with that. Okay?
That's what it kind of is.
So
But
it's like
really
that.
skinny.
There you go, Mads. Good job.
I
You
did
did it. Good job. Now you're gonna come down about however wide you think the flag should be.
I don't think it's
somewhere in here. And then you're gonna do a very similar motion. And then you're gonna connect the ends because the flag is waving in the wind. Okay, give you some help, Lance. And then we connect, and we're ready for the next part. Okay,
The only problem is that this microphone is skinny.
that's all right. It doesn't matter. That's okay. That's gonna end up being one of the lines. All right, so now you just simply have to connect this with this. Okay, you just have to connect that with that. Go ahead and connect those two.
The logos look like that, Daddy.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Then we're gonna do a box here, because that's where our stars are gonna go. Okay.
Yay.
And this thing is, my flag is not gently, looks like it's not gently blowing the wind. It looks like it's pretty big wind hitting it right there.
Daddy,
Okay.
is that okay? Is it
It's completely fine. Then we're gonna draw the stripes on it, and then we're gonna get to the coloring part.
Wait, the stars that we have to do.
Yeah, we can just do, if it's easier to do dots, yeah, it's like you're standing really far away. And they look like tiny dots.
Exactly, Lan. We can definitely do that. Okay, cool. So we've got our stripes. We're gonna do our stars. I'm not gonna be able to get 50 in here. I don't think either of you are gonna be able to either. I know my stars are gonna turn out black. That's okay. Instead of being white like they are on the flag.
I wish I could do stuff like that.
Everyone gets the idea. I'm pretty sure what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the American flag. Okay, so we're gonna leave it like that. So we're gonna get to the coloring part. I did mention in the intro that we had talked about doing drawing a minifig, but I think what I'm gonna do is maybe in this little window here, I think I'm just gonna draw a little Lego head.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that right now. There's my little Lego head.
I'm gonna do mine. He looks like he's
I'm gonna
mad.
color. He's supposed to be smiling. I'm gonna color him yellow, so maybe he'll look a little bit more like an actual minifig. He doesn't really look like a
Can you
minifig.
help me do a minifig? I can do the face on it because I want to do like.
Oh my gosh, you barely can even see my face. It's not funny.
No, you can do more than one people.
I'm gonna do
Yeah,
a
you could do another one. All right. So we'll add more details to this and color this, and we will show you what they look like at the end. All right, hey guys, we want to do a final reveal on what our campers came out like, all of our special details and colors. But first, we're doing a dad joke. So how do you get a squirrel to be friends with you?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Act like a nut. Okay. And here is what we came up with. So, Maddie, do you want to talk about yours for a second, or?
Okay, so it's early in the morning in my camper, and then there's this weird guy having a weird, really bad mohawk, and there's this person just looking out the window, or screen, whatever, and then there's this person still sleeping. And
Cool.
my kitchen and stuff.
I love your colors, love your flag, your sun, your clouds, everything is awesome. You did a great job. Landon, show us yours and tell us about it a little bit.
So he's still sleeping. He's up, and then there's a guy that you can't see out of the picture frame, but he's looking out the window over here, but you can't see him in the frame.
Cool. I love your colors too, Landon. I like the choices you made, and I love your ground. Your ground is amazing. This is what mine came out to be. So I have just all the standard parts of the camper you might expect. Tried to jazz it up with some cool colors. I have this minifig head here that did not come out at all how I wanted it to come out. I suppose it looks a little bit like a minifig, but the guy does not look how I wanted him to look at all. I want him to be like a happy looking guy. He looks kind of cranky. I'm not sure why. So there it is. There are our drawings. Until next time. Thank you. Say bye, guys.
Bye bye. Bye guys. Subscribe to our channel.
Smash the like button.
The kids love it.